Just like riding your bike for the first time, it is very difficult, but over time, as you practice, you get better at it. And that's exactly what trading is. You just have to understand the basics, and suddenly you are now capable of it. Matter of fact, I'd say trading is easier than riding a bike. Of course it is. But listen, to begin with, trading is as simple as giving another person items and getting items in return. But the way people trade usually is they like to chase the value. They like to increase their items in value and get better items, which is valued by the community. And the community decides the value of items through what they give for items. And so there are ways a lot of the community can do a lot of things where they can increase and drop the value. But let's begin up talking about value. Now, to understand values, it is pretty simple to understand. Values are what the community of GPO, trading community, values, right? It's what they value as items are very important. And so usually how values are determined are when things are rare, they're usually valued more. Now, how do we get to know these values? Well, you can not only check that by what people are giving, by going to the Discord, checking the messages and seeing what people are giving. The second way is to use external sources like YouTube videos, ask people, and to see what most people are trading for certain items. And so that's how you check values. You can use stuff like market watches, you can use trading value lists, trading tier lists, and stuff like that, just to find out how much something is worth compared to other items and what you need to give to get them. But now, how do we understand that clearer though? That's the question. Point a lot clearer if you didn't understand. My point was you can use the Discord, you can use videos, YouTube videos, and tier lists to find out what the actual value and what you have to give to get a certain item. Now here's the thing, to get these items you have to actually get items to trade for it, right? And what it's worth. But one thing you can use to get these items are devil fruits. Now devil fruits are rare, but if you do spend most of your time and you have a lot of free time, you can be running and dungeons, you can be running all kinds of ways to get a lot of fruits, in which you use the fruits as currency, like money, to buy items almost. Since the fruits will always exist and the items you're probably trading for will be unobtainable or they might be very rare to get. And so you can trade fruits for them. And since people are always looking for fruits and will always do, you can get very good items with these fruits. And so to summarize, my point is, at the end of the day, when you are trading, at the end of the day, you are supposed to know the values of an item, the item that you want, and then you have to get items to get this item. Let's say you want to get a Kraken core, you'd have to know how much a Kraken core costs. Let's say both the cores, the CBs and the Kraken core, cost a mera. You'd have to get a mera to get this, but also you could get something of the equivalent value of a mera to actually get the item. So maybe it could be something like, I'm not sure, Hiei and something else. Like you could just mix a couple of their fruits in to get the actual value. Now it's up to you to find out the value, then it's up to you to get the items. Instead of like actual farming items or like 1% drops, what you could be doing is try to get devil fruits, usually legendaries, which are 4%, which is higher chance to get than, like, let's say a sword that's like 1%. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is trading is easy. It's as simple as knowing the values of the items your goal is, like which item you want, then knowing how much it's worth, and then getting the devil fruits that are you need as money to buy this item. Basically use devil fruits as money to get the item you want, whether that be 2 cores, whether that be the candy cane, whether that be a prestige bag. You need to get the fruits for it. And what you can do is you can obviously trade all the fruits you have for a big item, and then the big item along with fruits to get an even bigger item, and so on and so on and so on. But this, at the end of the day, it's as simple as buying items. You buy stuff from people with money, and the money being the devil fruits or other stuff. I say dare fruits because it's the easiest to get compared to, let's say you get a trident, which is 1% chance, or you know, which is a lot less than, like, say, a legendary dare fruit, you know, like a Mug or a Pika, which is 4% and 8% on, if I'm not wrong, 2 times Logia. So I mean, hey, I'm just saying. That's all I got to say. Trading is easy. As long as you understand these principles and basic stuff, you will be able to 100% trade to anything you ever wanted to trade for. It's difficult to do, though. It's easy to understand. That's my point. It's difficult to do, but easy to understand. And if you can follow these principles 100%, you are going to get the items you want. So I want to say, check out the video, man. Yesterday I was talking about some new sneak peek, actually. Check that out.